heavy, Ninja Turtle swag, bebop rock steady, bebop rock steady, bebop rock steady.
What's going on, guys? This is Kyo Carnage here, and you guys are checking out a commentary and gameplay on Lockdown, playing some Demolition. This is a double Moab gameplay. Me and my boy Joey do get a Moab piece, but he doesn't. But my boy Joey does not quite get the time to call in his Moab. So, unfortunate him, but big props to him because he's been playing really well lately. And before I get into the commentaries, I just wanted to shout out someone special, and her name's Michelle, and I just wanted to say happy birthday, even though her birthday was yesterday, and this commentary's going up late. But yeah, getting into the commentary, as of lately, I've been kind of thinking to myself and shit like this, why haven't I been doing things so consistently? Like, not so much like getting my consistency on getting content up, not so much that. It's kind of like when I'm not making content or I'm not putting up content, I am constantly researching and designing and playing and working and stuff like that. So, you know, I'm not here to explain to you guys why I'm not putting up content. I'm pretty much trying to give you guys a grasp of my life and start to your own gameplay or your own lifestyle and stuff like that. And I've been, again, you guys are seeing a new intro and stuff like that today, and that was even though it's a 7-second intro, it did take up a whole part of my Saturday afternoon. Yeah, I didn't go out to hang out with my boys or anything. I kind of just sat there and researched music, researched different, you know, effects and certain things like that, and I just cracked at it and designed all afternoon. And that I noticed was my gameplay was actually very consistent. I was dropping 2 KDs, 3 KDs, 4 KDs, 10 KDs, and etc., etc. And I was wondering to myself, how am I playing so consistently lately? And I kind of realized that, in short, everyone has their way of playing, or they develop a strategy or a setup, or, you know, certain habits that, you know, tends to lead them to come to a point of consistency. And it's not so much like you know, you're gonna figure out your consistency right about off the bat. A lot of times for me, I have to try different things before I become consistent at something. I have to explore my options. I have to kind of understand what I'm doing right and what I'm doing wrong. And it's so much, you have to be so critical of yourself, and to, like, you know, understanding what you are and you aren't doing right. Like, for instance, yesterday I was on an 18. I was on a large kill streak yesterday with the UMP Silence extended mags, and I died because I couldn't get the accuracy on someone. So it comes to lead to a couple things. Maybe I took a risk that I shouldn't have, or maybe I am using a setup that is not really geared towards getting a high risk momentum. But at the same time, I had specialists, so I had all these, you know, proficiencies at, you know, at my disposal. Focus, you know, kick, and all that, and it tends to lead to a question of so much, was it you or the gun, or maybe just an unfortunate, you know, case in the counter, and you kind of want to steer away from coming up with like, you know, illogical reasons for why things aren't, you know, things aren't your fault, because, you know, it's not necessarily all, you know, just bad coincidence and all that. And a lot of things that, you know, happen in this game is actually really bad coincidences. But for, you know, a person like me, like, I'm kind of like, you know, you just gotta avoid those bad coincidences and all that, and you kind of have to play safe a lot, because a lot of encounters that, you know, you should win in this game will be very unsafe a lot of the times. And I tried to, you know, again, like, I try to flank a lot. The big thing I do in this game, I flank, and I try to predict movements and try to go for the optimal, you know, encounters, and try to control encounters so you don't get into those, oh man, 5 people just spawned on me. Again, don't put yourself in a spot where, you know, 5 people spawn on you or anything. And as for me as a designer, I play around with things, and, you know, I can visually sit there and say, well, hey, this doesn't look right, or, it's frustrating me that it doesn't look right. Or so I go online and I check things out, and maybe I'm doing something wrong, or maybe visually I'm doing something that's not impacting, or something I just don't feel comfortable with so much. So it's kind of like you want to just kind of understand what works for you, and what works best for you, and you gotta just kind of sit there and be like, don't. Again, it's the type of person I am. I don't settle for just the minimal. I try to do the best I can, and everyone has their. Again, I know a lot of people that go out there and try to get MOABs or try to be the best, montage makers and stuff like that. And again, it's kind of like you have to fuck up a lot, because there's a lot of times where I've been just stopped dead in MOAB streaks. So I can't stress you, for as many times I get a MOAB, I'll have like at least 5 to 8 gameplays where I'm just fucking up, and just like the MOAB's just not coming to me. And again, it's with everything in terms of success, and in terms of things you want to do, you have to at least be a little bit more open to the idea of bounce back before you can actually succeed and go out and do things like that. I've known a lot of people that have never gotten MOABs because they're not quite sure how to go about it and all that. And you have to go out there and kind of be like asking people like, hey, what's your best setups? What do you recommend? And I see a lot. I used to go when Modern Warfare 2 first came out. I was like sitting there, I want to get a nuke. I want to find the best ways to get a nuke and everything. So I went on YouTube and checked out a bunch of different YouTubers, and their style down, trying to objectively kind of sit there and like, hey, this guy plays a lot like me. Maybe I can transcend his class or his setup or kill streak setup and get my nukes. And little did I know, the nukes just started pouring in. Not because I copped some guys swag. I kind of just took an idea of what he did and kind of meddled around with it and made it into my own. And it's all, and especially in life, it's just a lot of trying to figure out how you like things done and how you like to get things in, and just testing and just going at it with the waters. But again, I hope you guys learned something from this commentary. I hope I helped you guys out. Maybe you guys will come back to me like, hey dude, what you told me helped me get a MOAB and stuff like that, or maybe it just made me a better person daily. But as always guys, comment, rate, subscribe, and hit me up on the internet. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.